Okay, our tip of the week today is placing skylights into a built-up roof. So let's look at that. So the way you do that is to, as I mentioned before, you need to actually draw the slab, or sorry, the roof. If you draw a slab, you cannot insert that skylight into it, so you need to actually use the roof tool, and then you can insert the skylight into it. Skylight would then automatically cut that hole. So as I mentioned, you go choose the built-up roof and the composite here, and go ahead and draw that. You're going to select a single plane roof. And so in order to draw that flat roof, we're going to need to select and make this be a 0. And this is what I was talking about before. You need to set this to 0 to be flat. If you select the single plane roof, you can do this. If you select a multi-plane roof, it will not allow you to go to a 0 plane or 0 flat roof. So it's really important, if you're going to use the roof tool to draw a built-up flat roof, and you want it to be flat, you need to select the single plane roof to do that. Then you can set this to 0, and you do that by clicking the slope option here. And then you can also, if you need to slope it at a certain percentage, maybe you need to do it 1% or 2% or 3%, you can also change and set that percentage here as a slope. To draw that roof outline, you're going to go ahead and start to draw the roof pivot. So if you're just drawing a flat roof only, you want to draw your pivot line. For example, draw a pivot line on this edge of the roof. Again, the pivot line is not going to mean anything to a flat roof. It's still going to be flat. There's not going to be anything pivot because it's all flat. However, whenever you're drawing a roof, the first step you need to do, even if it's going to be flat, is to draw a pivot line. So you're going to draw a pivot line first, and then draw the roof outline after you do that. Once you've done that, go select your skylight that you want to use. In this case, maybe you've got a skylight pyramid that you want to use for the flat roof. You're going to select that. You're going to go define its options for nominal width and height, dome height, the curb thickness, the frame thickness, etc. Get all that defined. And then you're going to place that into the roof. And that's really those steps you need to do. The main thing you need to be aware of is when you're drawing that flat roof, you need to select the simple roof and not the more complex roof option. And that's our tip of the week.